Greetings, chess enjoyers! So a couple months ago, I made a video where I found out how many queens it took to beat Martin, and for me, the answer ended up being 2. But I got a few comments saying that it was actually possible to defeat him with only 1 queen, so that's what we're going to be trying to do today.
Okay, attempt number 1. I'm just gonna play queen d4, centralize my queen, put my queen on the same diagonal as his rook. But immediately he does play pawn to z5. That gives away a free pawn. We'll just take that pawn. Pushes on to d5. I'm just gonna retreat my queen probably to f2. Now, if it wasn't immediately obvious from the insane material disadvantage I'm at right now, the success of this video is gonna be 100% dependent on Martin just deciding that he does not want to win. Like, if he decides that he wants to have like a crazy game and like start finding all the different mates and checkmates, I have literally no chance. So we're just gonna see if we can get him to blunder his queen, which, you know, he's pretty good at. He's probably one of the best of all times at blundering his queen, second to me, of course, or you watching if you're not subscribed. I am not seeing a way into this position. Like, he's just defending everything so well. I am just gonna move my king forward. I was about to go king to f2. That literally would just walk into a fork. Getting forked by Martin would definitely be one of the chess moments of all time, but we're not gonna allow that today. Okay, then he gives a check with the queen. I think my best bet is to just go over to f3. Okay, attempt number 2, that was low-key, kind of embarrassing, getting beaten up by Martin. Okay, so he is right off the bat kind of weakening the diagonal that his rook's on by playing pawn to g6, but he immediately gives a check, so I'm gonna play queen to f1. He gives a check again. I'll just move over to, I guess, g1. Okay, Martin for some reason really wants to get my queen off the board, but obviously I don't want to do that, so I'm gonna move my king over, and I am getting mated harder than last time. Okay, attempt number 3. This is low-key not looking good for me. Like, Martin is kind of cooking right now, and I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, so immediately we got a knight. That's good. He's moving this king up. Okay, we're actually playing against Martin now and not Magnus Hikaru Nakamura IV. Okay, that's good. Okay, I just need him to blunder his queen. The minute he blunders his queen, I just win. Because when Martin doesn't have his queen, he starts to play a little bit more discombobulated than normal. So let's just see how best we can get him to blunder his queen. Oh, I swear that's not scripted. He literally just blundered his queen when I like asked him to. I think that's low-key like what I have to do. Like, in life, if you want to get something, you just ask for it and you just get it. His queen's off the boards, which means that we actually have like quite a decent chance to actually win. But for now, I feel like I'm gonna play maybe queen to d1, hit the rook. Watch out for any knight forks, obviously. Okay, he does actually play pawn to g6. I feel like half of these moves are moves Martin would make, and half of these moves are like actually kind of solid moves, and it is part of the Martin experience, because I feel like chess.com have definitely like rewritten the code of Martin, because he always finds mate in 1, and no 250 elo bot would always find mate in 1. So after the Gotham Chess Massacre, which was, you know, beating Martin with 31 or 30 queens, I think chess.com definitely changed his code, because if you try that again now, you will get 100% cooked. But yeah, so far we've gotten a decent number of pieces off the board, and this check seems like a solid option. Blocks with the knight. This pawn is free, so I guess I'll just take it. Okay, moves the king over. Now this bishop is free. Yeah, the bishop's free. I'm just gonna take it, hit the rook. Okay, plays knight to f6. Now if I take this rook, my king and queen are on opposite squares, so there's no threat of a knight fork, so I can just immediately take that. That's kind of one of the ways I avoid knight forks. If the 2 pieces are on different squares, the knight fork obviously isn't valid. Okay, now we need to kind of make our king help us out a little bit here. I think actually queen to f4 is a solid option. He blocks with the pawn, but we'll just take this pawn, hit the rook. Okay, the king goes back. Well, the king was always defending, but now we have I was about to play queen to d5 check and try to pick up the knight, but if he blocks with the bishop, like, I'm trying to see if there's problems with that. Queen d5 check, bishop blocks, and then the knight is actually defended. But what's the chance he just moves the king? Like, we are talking about Martin here, so we do have to play kind of risky. Okay, he does actually block with the bishop, so we do have to kind of just slide our queen back. But I feel like any queen move I make and he gets a discovered check on me. But I feel like queen to actually a2. If I play queen to a2, he could play knight to c3, discovered check on my king, picking up my queen. And Martin is actually smart enough to do that, so I have to be a little bit careful here. I'm just gonna move the queen over to e5 so that when the knight eventually moves, there's no discovered check. Okay, obviously the knight moved, discovered check, and I have to just move the king. So let's just get the king out of the way. And he gives another check. Let's just move the king closer so he can't give a check again. Okay, and then he moves the rook over. That is a free rook. I will take that. And we are actually like winning in material here, despite the fact that the eval bar says like the position is equal. 1, 2, 5, 8 compared to 9. So I'm not actually sure why the eval bar is saying that the position's a draw, but I'm gonna give a check here. I guess it's because these pawns have so much potential to push. That's probably why. Okay, there we go. Blunders his knight, and just like that, we probably have this one in the bag. I'm gonna give a check. Okay, I actually didn't think he would block, but okay. Well, let's get the king in, and I think this is checkmate, is it not? Okay, yeah, that was checkmate. So yeah, we ended up beating Martin with only one queen. It did take 3 attempts, but yeah, not too bad.